It feels good to be a winner, and that is what the Chicago Bears were today. Welcome into our Bears Now postgame show. My name is Harrison Graham. The Bears run away from Dallas in this one, 31-14. Defense pitches a shutout in the second half. 4 touchdown passes for Caleb Williams. A lot to break down as Ben Johnson gets his first victory as an NFL head coach. You got to get hyped, man. Get the dubs going in the comment section right freaking now. It's never a bad day to win. It's never a bad day to win. And coming into this game, since I've done this show, the Bears are 29-58. In other words, for every game they win, they lose 2. And ironically, that's how this season has started as well. But hopefully, this is a sign of things to come. Get the W's down in the comments. We'd be silly to not start with the quarterback. The best part about today for Caleb Williams is he threw for 298 yards and 4 touchdowns, 239 in the first half, by the way, 3 of the 4 touchdowns in the first half, is that he actually left a few throws on the table. I'd say 3 to 5 throws that he'd like to have back. Also made some wow throws as well. I mean, I'm getting excited. I'm getting that tingly feeling. The hair on the arms are starting to stand up. You see the upside with this kid at quarterback. He made a couple throws today where the arm strength, I mean, we know he has a big arm, but it's just off the charts. Even on the trick play where Burden springs loose, he's kind of under pressure and kind of has to throw that flat-footed. 62.1 yards in the air, hits Luther Burden in stride for a 65-yard touchdown. Longest air yard completion in the NFL this year. This guy has massive potential. He hit Burden later in this game on a deep end as well as for about 30 yards. Also had a couple of nice throws to Rome. Rome actually dropped a touchdown. Otherwise, it might have been a 5-touchdown performance from Caleb. They had to settle for 3. But you just see it, man. Caleb Williams has big time potential. And while there's still plays left on the table, you're starting to see the explosives. The Bears were second in the NFL in explosive plays coming into today. They had several more, so you feel very excited about that. If you're going to miss some throws you'd like to have back, if you're generating explosives, that kind of helps make up for that at the end of the day. Odunze kicked things off with the 35-yard touchdown as he just cooked Trayvon Diggs and the Bears' first score of the game. 3 for 62 and a score again. Should have had a second one, but Rome obviously is having a fantastic year. He has 4 touchdowns in 3 games. Really good start to the season for him. DJ Moore, it's still kind of what is his role in this team, but it was nice to see him get involved in the second half. Caleb on a 4th down to really kind of put the game away. Stepped up in the pocket, flushed to his right, found a wide open DJ for the touchdown as he was able to get in there. Only had 21 yards. Not a huge day, but nice to see him find the end zone. They kind of flashed the camera to the sideline in between plays, and Caleb's kind of hugging DJ, kind of like just trying to get him into it. You know, there's been chatter around those two relationship, but like, you know, DJ can be a big part of this thing. You hope that's the case moving forward. Welcome to the NFL, Luther Burden. Ben Johnson said this week he wanted to have a package of plays for him. Boy, did he ever. We mentioned the flea flicker touchdown where he got behind the defense, the deep in route where Caleb just threw a seed to him as well. Had a reverse for about an 11-yard run also. Good to see Luther Burden more involved in the offense because this guy is a game breaker with the ball in his hand, so that was a positive sign. Colston Loveland had a 31-yard catch in this one. He did leave with an injury, so keep an eye on that. A couple of Caleb's missed throws were targeted to Loveland, so clearly Ben wanted to get him more involved in this one. So good to see them try to make him part of the game plan. So the passing game, while a few missed opportunities out there, Rome with the drop, Caleb with 3 to 4 missed throws he'd like back. The run game is still a problem. Now, listen, the Bears won a game by 17 against Dallas. I'm not going to throw a pity party here, but this team is struggling to run the football. DeAndre Swift can't seem to get going now. On 3 or 4 of those carries, he's getting hit as he's getting the handoff. So I thought the pass blocking was much better than the run blocking today. Kyle Monungai showed some promise. The stat line won't show it, 6 for 16, but he lost 8 on one run where he got hit but stayed up and kind of got spun way backwards, and it wasn't a stop of forward progress, so he lost 8 yards. So 5 for 24 on the other 5 carries. That's just under 5 yards per carry. Small sample size, but he had a couple nice little runs there. They tried to run DJ Moore a couple times again. They did get a couple of reverses with Zacchaeus and Luther, but just on simple running plays, they're not generating big plays. So I think that's something Ben Johnson and this offense have to figure out, because Caleb Williams, while he's clearly making progress, it's a big ask to ask him to carry the offense every week. I just don't think that's realistic at this point in time. So we'll see if they can do something to get the run game going. All right, subscribe to the channel. Sub for Bears Dubs. We are chasing 131,000 subscribers. Appreciate everybody who tuned in to the live watch party. So much fun. Isn't it fun when you win? It's so much fun when you win a game. So hit that subscribe button. We'll be live again tomorrow as well. We go live every Monday, Thursday, and game day. So live shows this week on Monday and Thursday. Then, of course, the game day against the Raiders, which we'll talk about in a sec, on the other side of the break. But do have to tell you guys about our friends over at PrizePicks. Today's show is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. Football is back, and your boy is making some money. Kind of a miracle hit today. Dak Prescott was one of my 3 players in my 3-player lineup, and you choose more or less on stat projections, 2 to 6-player lineups. That's how it works. You can win up to 2,000 times your entry on certain lineups. 250.5 was the number I got it at. I took the more. How about 251? I mean, what a day for your boy. The Bears win. Caleb crushes his more or less number there. You get Patrick Mahomes, so technically it hasn't cashed yet as we're filming this, but just needs 1 completion for positive yards today. That was a max discount play this week. You can use those for up to 1 lineup per week. Just glorious. $20 entry to win, $105. Can't wait to cash that out. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use our code CLNS to get $50 in the lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in the lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Round of applause to a couple of players in general on the defense. Number 1, Tyreek Stevenson. I obviously can't watch him individually on every play, but I thought he came ready to battle. And I will say this, a George Pickens type is actually a better matchup for him, because Tyreek historically struggles with those smaller, shiftier, pristine route runners, fast guys. Pickens is just a big physical outside boundary receiver. Well, that's kind of who Tyreek is as a corner. He wants to get in your face, be physical at the point of attack, and knock passes away in those one-on-one situations. I thought he did really well. 2 breakups, almost jumped a route for a pick 6 on one of those on the game today. I mean, you look at Pickens' stat line, 5 for 68 and a touch, and at least 3 of those were on Deshaun Wright. I thought Stevenson was the better player today. I thought he played well. I'll be curious to see how he gets graded out, but I thought he was good in this game overall. And then obviously Tremaine Edmunds. When the game was somewhat hanging in the balance, Dallas was driving down. I think it was 24-14 at the time. A bogus illegal contact call extended a drive, and then Pickens, full extension, drops a ball, and Edmunds, right as it's fallen to the turf, scoops it for an interception. That was a huge play. And then he had the game-sealing interception in the end zone, 4th and goal at the 1. 15 tackles, 2 picks, couple of breakups. I thought this was one of his better games as a Bear. And without TJ Edwards, no Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, you need a veteran like this to step up. I thought he played well. So kudos to Tyreek and to Tremaine. The run defense, kind of like the run offense, still a work in progress. I mean, Dallas had to abandon the run as this game went along, but Javonte Williams, 10 carries, 76 yards, 7.6 average. Miles Sanders, 9 for 41, 4.6 average as a team. Dallas averaged over 6 yards per carry, so that's still clearly an issue. I thought it was a little better in the second half. They did get some pressure on Dak in the second half, 2 sacks. Including Dominic Robinson, who made a big play, and welcome to the team Montez Sweat for the season. He got home once as well. So, I think there were some signs in the second half from the defensive line, but I still think when I look at this team right now, the biggest weakness on offense, running the football. Biggest weakness on defense is the defensive line. Even with a couple of corners out, I thought the secondary outplayed the defensive front in this game. So those are a couple of areas that the Bears are going to need to improve. But Soldier Field was on fire, man. This fan base deserves this win. Obviously, the Matt Eberflus angle Flus was fired up after that first drive when Dallas forced a 3-and-out. You could tell he really wanted this one, but Ben Johnson kind of kicked his ass, and obviously Caleb Williams put together a really nice performance as well. So it's kind of just nice to put that behind us now. Like we chanted "beat Flus" all week, and you can now type "Flus beat" in the comments if you want. But let's put that storyline to rest. Flus is gone. Ben Johnson's here. Caleb's improving. It's about the Bears continuing to improve. Like that's what matters moving forward. And listen, you're on the board. You're 1-2 at the Raiders next week. They got pushed around by the Commanders today without Jaden Daniels. I think Chicago is going to be a slight favorite in this game. So you find a way to win that game. Season's back on. You're 2-2 heading into the bye week. Big game against the Commanders coming out of the bye. I mean, could that, just like last year, be the swing game? I mean, we're looking ahead a little bit, but man, for how bleak things were after last week, sometimes you win one game and it feels like things can change overnight. So who you got next week? CHI for the Bears, LV for the Raiders. Give us your thoughts in the comments. My early thought is I like the Bears in this one. Obviously, we'll dissect this game in further detail as the week goes on. All right, there you have it. Bears win 31-14. A really nice win over the Cowboys today as Chicago is now 1-2 on the season. We will have coverage all week long, so hit that subscribe button and bear down.